okay, it's okay. Yeah, it's out. Okay. Yeah. No, it's okay.
Sonny, just to make sure you know, we have no kids today, so
Okay.
we're not doing the song, we're just gonna
Okay.
bless them.
Got it.
Okay, thanks.
Things are just happening this morning. Things are just happening this morning. It's all happening. Okay.
I know you lying. Why is this doing this? Oh, beautiful for spacious skies, for amber waves of gray, for purple mountain majesties above the fruited plain. America, America, God
Thank you, Maureen Parker. Maureen, oh, yeah. Maureen is a Unity of South Sound favorite, and she has just launched a brand new clothing line as of Juneteenth of this year. It's called What Did You Do With Your Freedom? She's modeling one of the hats this morning. And she has hats, shirts, and pins available, and beautiful flyers. You can link to the website so you can see Maureen and get more information about that. We also want to thank our amazing music team. We have Cerny on piano and Dave on drums. Welcome to the light and love that is Unity of South Sound. My name is Anita Landry, and it's my joy to welcome you to our Sunday morning celebration service. We hold that you are not here by accident this morning, but by divine appointment. Unity provides a positive path for spiritual living. We teach inspiring, practical spirituality, something you will experience in each Sunday lesson to enhance your personal journey of spiritual unfoldment. If you have any questions, concerns, or joys to share, you can visit our website and find the Contact Us page at unityofsouthsound.org. Or you can write it down and place it in our share box on the little table on the way into Wesley Hall. And we also invite you to write down any referrals you have in our new home search into that box as well. And we also invite you to double check that your cell phone is on silent. Now we invite you to relax, reconnect, and center in the truth of who we are. Will you please join me in saying our opening affirmation? There is only one presence and one power active in my life and in the universe: God, goodness, omnipotence. Our mission statement: inspired by the divine, as an inclusive spiritual community, we explore and express our highest potential. Our vision statement: present and centered in divine love, we co-create a peaceful and awakened world. And our core values: we are love, joy, abundance, spirit-guided. And our facility search affirmation: we joyfully call forth our perfect spiritual home, guided by divine wisdom, supported by abundant resources, and united in purpose. We welcome the highest and best expression of our ministry's future, and so it is. Now, Reverend Megan will light our Unity candle.
Thank you, Anita. Happy Independence Day weekend. Did you find sleeping refreshing last night? Okay, there we go. Lots of booming. I don't know if we just call that enthusiasm for life, right? So, as we breathe in the awareness of the divinity we are, let us turn to prayer. We join our hearts in this moment, aligning with the sweet presence of divine love on this Independence Day weekend. Taking a moment to pause in gratitude for the gift of freedom, not only the freedoms we celebrate as a nation, but the deeper spiritual freedom that lives within every soul. We remember that our true liberty is found in knowing the truth of who we are, divine expressions of wisdom, love, peace, and unlimited possibility. Today, may we awaken within us the Christ presence. May we release every thought of fear, limitation, judgment, or doubt, and strengthen our willingness to live from the freedom of our divine nature. May our thoughts be guided by truth, our words inspired by compassion, and our actions become expressions of love within our homes, our community, and throughout the world. As we continue weaving the beautiful tapestry of this spiritual community, may each of us contribute our unique thread with courage, joy, and generosity. Together, may we become a living demonstration of freedom in action, blessing all whose lives we touch. And so, with grateful hearts, we affirm that this is a sacred day of awakening, a day of freedom, and a day of living truth. We let it be, and together we say, Amen.
We want to take a moment to thank all of you who may be joining us for the first time in person or online. Thank you for sharing your consciousness and your love with us. If you're a first-time visitor here in person, we invite you to raise your hand so our ushers can bring you an information packet. Welcome. It has information about our ministry, a special gift, which is a winged heart charm to remind us of we are one in spirit and always welcome here. We also encourage you to sign our guest book, which is at the sanctuary entrance, so we know who you are. And is there anyone here visiting from another Unity Center today? Well, welcome back to all of our friends and family here in spirit today. We affirm and trust that everyone who comes to Unity will feel at home. And as we engage in getting to know each other, we are always delighted in seeing you again. Wherever you are on your journey of faith, you are welcome here, for we honor and respect the choices your soul makes on its spiritual journey. Now to all our newcomers, our live streamers, and our friends joining us this morning, we want to share our Unity blessing. We love you, we bless you, we appreciate you, and we behold the divinity you are. Now I want to invite Reverend Megan up to join me in our announcements. You can mark your calendars so that you don't mess up on any of our upcoming events or activities. If you're here in person, we have a connections table in the fireside room adjacent to Wesley Hall, and staff will be available there to help you sign up.
Today is Prayer Chaplain Sunday, being the first Sunday in July, and our prayer chaplain today is Julie Webb, standing right there. She is available to hold sacred intention with you after service, and know that all our prayers are held in confidence. You can meet her outside the door to the vestibule, and she will come and get you when she is complete with whatever prayer she was holding before. And know that if you would like to wear a mask in the more enclosed space, one will be provided. Our prayer chaplains are grateful to serve you in this sacred service.
To help prepare for our upcoming Pride Festival, you can join us after service today for our bead party. Yay. And we're going to add little information tags onto Mardi Gras beads that we'll pass out along with hugs to all the masses at Pride Festival. And Drumming in Unity is next Sunday, July 12th, held after service upstairs in the dance hall. Just follow the crowds. You just go down towards the far end and follow the stairs up. Bring your drum, or we have some kind of drumming instruments that you can use. All are welcome to join, and I think they usually do it for about 45 minutes to an hour, and gather between 11:30 and 11:45 as things kind of organically come together. So it's always wonderfully fun. Our Women's Circle meets the third Wednesdays of each month, and the next gathering is July 15th from 6:30 to 8:30 in the little grassy area over there off of the parking lot. And you can see Jennifer Richardson if you want more information. And just show up. Yeah. Yep. Always wonderful surprises when Jennifer's involved, yes. Right? Next Sunday, we also will be having our YFN book sale
fundraiser, so our book cabinet will be open up for a donation of $5 or more, and know that all of that funds goes to help our kids' scholarship and kids' camps, and it's a wonderful way to support our youth program. So, and also wonderful ways to get gifts or just do your summer reading, right? So.
Well, I mentioned Pride. You might be wondering, oh, how can I get involved in that festival? Well, we have sign-ups at the connection table for 2-hour shifts to assist at any one of our upcoming festivals. So we have Pride on Saturday, July 11th, and we'll be uplifting our LGBTQ+ community with presents, joy, beaded necklaces, and colorful connection. We still need volunteers for the 4 to 6 p.m. shift and assist in cleaning up the booth at 7 p.m.
Up to 7.
Oh, okay, so as soon as you finish, you can. Then we have Tacoma Porch Fest, Saturday, July 18th. It's a free walkable celebration of Tacoma's neighborhoods, featuring live music performed on porches throughout the community, like right out here. And we'll have a booth set up here in the Spire parking lot near the main stage and the food trucks. We have volunteer shifts for setup help at 11 a.m., from 3 to 5 p.m., and 5 to 7 teardown shifts. And then we are seeking a team lead for the Art on the Ave Festival, which is Sunday, August 9th. You can see Esperanza at the connections table for more info and for all the booth signups.
And the August 9th booth signups will probably start next week. But
okay.
Just keep in mind all the wonderful ways you could be a part of connecting with our greater community, so people know that they can find something that supports them here. Another thing that we're preparing for, it's not happening until November 15th, let me make sure I have the right date, but we are starting to collect donations for our silent auction. So the forms are available online. The link is in our e-news, it's on the website, and forms will also be at the connection table. So start thinking about the types of services that would be fun to offer at our donation coming up in November.
Well, it's soon time to say goodbye for now. Well, Reverend Megan will be taking a sabbatical. She's not going away, she's just resting from July 10th through August 10th, and we're so grateful. Megan will be away for a 30-day time of rest and renewal. During her sabbatical, we will have Reverend Patty Baker.
It's Becker,
Oh,
actually.
Reverend Patty Becker will provide Sunday coverage for the remaining 3 Sundays in July. And then Reverend Michael Brooks will be here through the 2 Sundays in August. And they're not just guest speakers, they will be here to serve all of our needs. Please pick up the sabbatical brochure at the connections table. If you're wondering, I've never heard that word before, what is a sabbatical? And what to expect and how our community will be supported and how this can be a positive experience for us all.
So I'm grateful for your support, and I will mention it again, but this is the last Sunday you'll see me until August. So I'm gonna take you with me, though. You'll always be in my heart, right? And we'll see you again soon. Community Manifestation Search Project, we actually passed that out last Sunday, but I want to make sure some of you might not have been here. We've begun a journey of discovering our next spiritual community home. And we want to invite every member and friend of our community to take part in this shared project as a spiritual practice. So how you can participate is to use the 5-step manifestation project handout as a vision guide to help call forth our new spiritual home and to demonstrate the principles we teach. Because we just went through practicing unapologetic manifestation, remember? So what a perfect timing. This was divinely designed for us to take it into a practice together. So use the guide. It's downloadable through the e-news link. It's on the website. You can pick up copies at the connection table. And just know that together we can put this powerful practice into action and collectively manifest our next spiritual home with intention, vision, and purpose. It'll be fun.
Yeah.
So, we also, speaking of fun, we're going to today, I want to take a moment, once a month we acknowledge the sacred service of all of you and the different teams that we have that make a difference to provide all of the services and benefits that we have as a spiritual community. So this week I wanted to honor our garden angels, the landscaping team, the ones that are keeping our outside beautiful so that it's a welcoming experience for all. So I'm going to call our team together, and LaDonna Peterson is the inspiration for this team that has held it together. In the summertime, they're meeting the, is it the first Saturdays of the month for the summer?
First and third, but through the summer it'll be.
Just the first Sunday, first Saturday in the summer, and then in the fall we go to 2 Saturdays. But it's, you know, it's really made a difference when they've stepped up to show the love and care that we have for our spiritual home. So we have Janos, we have Steve Ryan, Paul, Julie, Laura, Christian, we have Laura and Rob. And they're not here today. And River. And Terry. I don't know if I saw Terry.
Just got back from Chicago.
Oh, okay. So Terry Lee is not here. But we hold all of those that are not here in love and intention. And I just want you to know that this is a representation of one piece of the community that makes a difference here. So if you're seeking a way to be called to serve, we do have a sacred service brochure that talks about our different teams. So check it out and find where you can share your gifts and your talents, because that is how we bless each other. And for right now, let us bless these God lights and the way they've made a difference together. We love you, we bless you, we appreciate you, and we behold the divinity you are. Thank you, Garden Angels.
I'd also like to thank the people who donated the lawnmower and the rakes and all the tools that we've used.
We also want to thank everybody that's donated tools for the Garden Angels to use, the lawnmower and all those things that are important. As we say, it takes a village for a spiritual community to thrive. Bless you.
I invite you now to stand if you're able and join with our song leaders in our congregational song.
Okay,
In the right place at the right time. I am just where I'm supposed to be. I'm in the right place at the right time. I am just where I'm supposed to be. Oh, my soul is welcome here. Oh, my soul is welcome here. I am getting the message loud and clear. My soul is welcome here. I'm in the right place at the right time. I am just where I'm supposed to be. I'm in the right place at the right time. I am just where I'm supposed to be. Oh, my soul is welcome here. Oh, my soul is welcome here. I am getting the message loud and clear. My soul is welcome here. I am getting the message loud and clear. My soul is welcome here.
and you all are.
Now is the time to take a brief moment to greet those around you with a Namaste community greeting, and especially reach out and meet someone you don't know before. I behold the divinity you are. Namaste. As
we do a traditional song today, we honor the freedom that we have in our country.
God bless America, land that I love. Stand beside her and guide her through the night with the light from above. From the mountains to the prairies, to the ocean, wide with foam. God bless America, my home, sweet home. America, my home, sweet home.
We can only lead them so much. And bless you all.
The inspirational reading this morning is back from July 4th, 2023. The word is freedom. Living as the divine being I am. Living as the divine being I am is the sweetest freedom. Today I celebrate my spiritual freedom. The past has no power over me, and the future is mine to co-create with God. I let go of all that holds me back from living a full and abundant life. This is a new beginning. My prayers affirm my worth and my freedom. I release thoughts and beliefs that bind me. Centered in God, I choose how I will meet life's circumstances. I am freed from seeking the approval or acceptance of others. I am free to be myself. My spiritual self is as infinite as the sky. Like an eagle, I soar through the expanse of consciousness. I have the power to change my thinking, release limitations, and rise above the clouds of circumstance. I am gloriously free. And the scripture that inspires this is from Galatians 5:1. For freedom, Christ has set us free. Stand firm, therefore, and do not submit again to a yoke of slavery. Now, Reverend Megan will lead us in a time of meditation.
Thank you, Anita. So we take time to breathe in to the divinity we are, to just take a moment to reconnect. We'll begin with the vibration of song, to know that God lives through me. There is one love. There is one power. There is one life eternal. God lives through me. There is one love. There is one power. There is one life eternal. God lives through me. I am that love. I am that power. we breathe that in, gently closing your outer eye, allowing your breath to relax and release, to open, to be receptive to the breath of God breathing you into this moment, allowing the vibration of our singing bowl that opens your heart to receive the fullness of that vibrational love. Feel it as you hear it. I breathe in, I am one love. With the power and the presence of God that is breathing me into this moment, I take it all in. And as I exhale my next breath, I gently release anything and everything that is no longer one, an active potential expression of that God, divine Christ light within me. And just notice your breath for a moment as you align with the rhythm of your breathing, the beating of your heart that aligns with the rhythm of the universe. So gently breathing in and breathing out, releasing and letting go. Just know that as God breathes me, there's this wave of life that washes over me. Feel that love, that power, that eternal life that allows me to have this moment. Releasing anything that is not aligned with wholeness. And as we move into a moment of silence, affirm within yourself, I am the love of God breathing me. I am that love. I am the power of God breathing me into this moment, into my existence. I am that eternal life that lives and moves and has its being in and through and as me with everything I think, say, and do. And so I open myself to that living potential right now, in the silence. I breathe in, I am the love. I breathe in, I am the power. I breathe in, I am the life eternal. remembering and realizing that as I live this truth, I am free. For the divine within me is the guide to living freely, my potential and all that I came here to be. And in this moment, I commit to that. In a name and through the power of the living Christ active in and through and as me, I open my eyes, committed to the freedom that is mine to live. And so it is. Amen.
Why should I feel discouraged? Why should the shadows come? Why should my heart feel lonely and long for heaven and home? When Jesus is my portion, a constant friend is He. His eye is on the sparrow, and I know He watches me. I sing because I'm happy. I sing because I'm free. His eyes on the sparrow, and I know He watches. I know He watches. I know He watches me. I sing because I'm happy. I sing because I'm free. His eye is on the sparrow, and I know He watches. I know He watches. I know He watches me.
Oh, Maureen, thank you for blessing us. You know, it reminds me, it was probably like 30 years ago, I was in Harlem at a jazz club, and somebody sang that, you outshined that. Beautiful. Before I get into my message, I really want to thank this community. Last week was a powerful week of celebrating community, and I was crowned for my 70th birthday unexpectedly, but it was really special, and I want to thank each and every one of you that contributed to make that day special, for each one of you that gave me a red stone or a gift or a card. It touched my heart. I spent all afternoon sitting with all of those blessings, feeling your heart, and I will be reaching out to the individuals that let me know that they gave me that gift, but I just want you to know that I'm still taking it all in, and I will be taking those blessings with me on my sabbatical. So, here we stand. Yesterday, across the country, fireworks lit up the sky, families gathered, parades moved through the streets, flags waved in the summer air. We had a beautiful day yesterday. And for a moment, we have a beautiful day today too. But for a moment, we remembered something powerful. We remembered a declaration. Did we? Look at the Statue of Liberty. She stands in New York Harbor holding a torch of freedom. And yet she is made of copper and iron. She is anchored to a granite pedestal. She cannot move, she cannot think, and she cannot truly experience the liberty that she represents. Too many of us live exactly like that statue. We celebrate freedom outwardly, we wave flags, we read declarations, yet mentally we remain chained. We are anchored to our past, bound by our fears, and paralyzed by the opinion of others. A bold statement was made 250 years ago that said freedom is worth the risk. Freedom is worth the courage. Freedom is worth the collective imagination of a people willing to believe that life could be different than it had been before. This year, our 250th anniversary of the Declaration of Independence invites us not only to remember history, but to reconsider meaning. Because the question before us is not only about what happened then, the question is what is happening now in us. What does freedom actually mean when the fireworks fade? What does independence mean when we return to our ordinary routines, our relationships, our inner thoughts, our daily patterns of living? Charles Fillmore, our co-founder of this unity movement, would say that true freedom is never simply political or historical. He would say freedom is a spiritual condition of consciousness. Freedom is not something granted from the outside. Freedom is something realized from within. And he named this understanding freedom as truth. Last Sunday, we reflected on the image of the master weaver and the tapestry of community. We saw how each life is a thread, how each act is a kindness, each prayer, each moment of presence, each willingness to show up. And together, these threads form something larger than ourselves. A living tapestry of spiritual community becoming visible to the world. And we wove our vision, our communities, our blessings, and affirmations in this visible tapestry to remind us of what we are creating together. This is something we continue to weave and affirm and grow and support each other. This visible reference. And know that you can continue to add your blessings, your commitments, your affirmations after service. We will have it over there for you that if you didn't have a chance to do that. But I think it's important that we see this living tapestry and hold this energy together. So know that we are creating a vibrational energy manifesting our future as a community. But the weaving does not stop at community. It continues inward, because before we can weave a shared vision, we must first understand the loom within our own consciousness. There is another story of the master weaver that I want to share with you today. A young apprentice once sat at his loom wanting to create something beautiful. He had talent, he had desire, he had sincerity, but he lacked freedom of expression. Every time he began weaving, he looked around the room, and if another weaver used a bold color, then he abandoned his own design. If another praised their work, he felt diminished. If he made a mistake, he tried to erase the past so completely that he unraveled the present. And his tapestry became chaotic, not because of the loom, but because of his attention. One day, in frustration, he cried out, "I just am not free to express myself. I'm trapped by this process. I cannot create anything meaningful." And the master weaver approached quietly. He did not criticize, he did not correct. He simply said, "You are not trapped by the loom. You are trapped by where you are looking. You keep looking outward for approval. You keep looking backward at mistakes. But freedom in weaving comes from one thing. Focus on the thread in your hand right now." And then he placed a pair of small scissors into the apprentice's hand. Use these not to destroy the fabric, but to release your attachment to what no longer belongs in your creation. Cut the thread of compassion. Cut the thread of regret, of comparison, not compassion. Cut the thread of comparison. I'm like, wait, that's not the word I meant. The comparison, it distracts us. Cut the thread of regret, cut the thread of fear, and begin again with the truth of your own design, your unique expression. And that story is not just about weaving, it's about us. Because so often we are not bound by our circumstances, we are bound by our attention to what's around us. We are bound by what we keep replaying. We are bound by the comparisons that never agreed to, but somehow inherited. We are bound by stories about who we think we are. Think about that. It's a tragedy. Charles Fillmore would call these mental habits, patterns of thought that feel like truth, but they are not the truth. And here is the spiritual invitation. What if freedom is not something we achieve later? What if freedom is something we practice now? In the book of John 8:32, it was written that Jesus said, "You shall know the truth, and the truth shall set you free." You know that one, but do we live it? It's not the truth that you believe intellectually, but the truth that you know experientially, the truth that you embody, the truth that you live from. Freedom is not a reward for perfect thinking or perfect action. Freedom is the natural expression of awakened consciousness. Fillmore taught that this awakening happens through your daily practice. Not occasionally, not when life is easy, but every day. He offered two spiritual tools that remain as relevant today as they were a century ago: denial and affirmation, two of our prime tools of spiritual practice. And I'm going to stick with the original context, as we often replace denial with release in today's teachings. But I think it holds a viable meaning from Fillmore's perspective. Denial is not rejection of reality. It is a refusal to give false authority to appearances, to deny the power of heredity, family programming, and past mistakes. It says, this fear is not my truth. This limitation is not my identity. This circumstance is not my source. This past is not my definition. Denial cuts the tangled threads, and this loosens what no longer serves our becoming, because that's what we're doing in every moment. And then comes affirmation. Affirmation is alignment with spiritual truth. It is declaring freedom from our past, freedom from the senses dictating our spiritual reality. It is choosing to agree with divine reality. It is speaking from identity rather than toward it. It is stating, I am whole, I am guided, I am supported, I am free. Invoking those two words that carry extraordinary creative power, I am. And whatever follows those words becomes the loom of our lived experience. I am setting it into motion. So if I say I am stuck, cancel, cancel, I weave stagnation. If I say I'm not enough, not my truth, I weave limitation. If I say I am free, I begin weaving freedom into form. Emmett Fox, New Thought spiritual teacher and leader of divine science, once said, "The only freedom you can ever have is the freedom of your own mind. No one can take that from you." Ernest Holmes, New Thought teacher and founder of religious science, reminded us freedom is not an external condition, it is an internal realization. Eric Butterworth, see how they all start with the letter E. Eric Butterworth, Unity minister and prolific writer and teacher, spoke, "You cannot find freedom by changing your location. You find it by discovering the I am within you." And Myrtle Fillmore, she stands out in the crowd, co-founder with Charles, affirmed, "We bring our freedom into expression by realizing who we are as children of God, Source." Each of those voices points to the same truth. Freedom begins within consciousness. It's not out there. And I'm reminded of how I have personally evolved into understanding and embracing this teaching into my spiritual growth and development. Once I understood it, it became a critical practice. Because there were moments in my own life over decades when I knew I was being invited into something more, something that I could feel that calling, that urging. Opportunities appeared, moments of expression, moments of leadership, moments of possibility, and yet something in me hesitated. A quiet inner voice would rise up and say, "Oh, what if you fail? What if you're not ready? What if others judge you?" And so I stayed safe. I stayed small. And afterwards, I experienced something more lasting than failure. I experienced regret. How many of you have lived in regret? That is not one with your divine nature. Regret has a way of speaking softly but persistently. It says, what if? What if I had trusted myself? What if I had stepped forward? What if I had believed that divine life was expressing through me in that moment? Over time, I came to see something clearly. The real limitation was never external. It was the belief that I had accepted about myself. Remember that BS system we talked about before? Our belief system? It needs to be renewed and transformed on a regular basis. And when that belief began to loosen, something in me opened. Not perfection, because there is no perfection. Not certainty, but freedom in the form of authentic expression. And the courage and willingness to step in and say, pick me, I'll do this. And the ability to show up as I am rather than as fear says I should be. And that is why the master weaver matters. Because the apprentice believed he had to fix everything before he could create anything. But the master simply said, weave the next thread. Not yesterday's thread, not tomorrow's thread, this thread right now. And that becomes freedom. So what does Independence Day mean for us spiritually? It means we're invited to write a new kind of declaration, not against our nation, but against limitation within consciousness. A spiritual declaration of independence that may sound something like this. I declare I am no longer governed by fear. I declare I am no longer defined by the past. I declare that I am no longer bound by comparison. I declare I am guided by truth, and I declare I am expressing divine life in this moment. That is not wishful thinking. That is spiritual alignment. And alignment changes experience. And so as we move through this weekend of celebration, we're invited into practice. Each morning ask, what thought am I ready to release? What truth am I ready to embody? And what action will express that truth today? Because freedom is not theoretical. Freedom is lived. One choice at a time, one conversation at a time, one thread at a time. And as we continue our journey as a spiritual community, especially as we explore what is unfolding next as our new spiritual home, this teaching becomes even more meaningful. We are not just seeking a building. We are becoming the consciousness capable of holding a vision. A free mind creates a free community. A released heart creates a receptive heart and a receptive future. Spiritually awake people weave a living tapestry of possibility. So today we remember the Master Weaver's invitation, and that is the Master within you. Look at the thread in your hand, release what no longer serves, and trust the pattern within, and weave your life in freedom. Like the young apprentice at the loom, you hold the scissors. You have the divine authority to look at the tangled threads of your past, the old hurts, the family conditioning, the limiting diagnosis, and the fears of lack, and the ability to say, no more, no more. So let this day be your personal Independence Day. Stand up in the sovereign territory of your own mind. Draft your own spiritual declaration of independence and stop outsourcing your joy to outer conditions. Stop asking the world for permission to be whole, because you are not trapped by the loom. You are not trapped by your past, and you are not trapped by fear. You are the conscious weaver of your experience, and the truth you know will make you free. That's it. Jesus knew it. He invited us to live it. So next Sunday, as I step into a time of freedom with my 30-day sabbatical, as you meet, I will be in the air, flying to parts of Mexico, a beach getaway where walking, swimming, reading, writing, creative expression, and deep rest will allow me time to restore, to renew, to regroup, and the freedom to reconnect with who I am and what is mine to do in my next thread of living. So I just want you to know that you are in good hands. Reverend Patty Becker and Reverend Michael will be here to serve you. Our leadership is prepared, our staff, our teams to prepare to carry on supporting our community and providing all that's necessary to continue presenting our level of professionally inspired spiritual services, programs, and activities. Your role will be to continue to show up. Participate is called, to give your time, your talents, your treasure, to maintain the foundation of our living tapestry. We need your presence to exist. So I thank you for being here each week to receive the gifts that Unity of South Sound has to offer you. So I will see you in August As we prepare for an amazing fall series of programs and events, they're already in motion. And know that our annual picnic is happening August 23rd, so mark your calendars for that. We're going to really have some fun. But this Independence Weekend, our fireworks lighting up the sky and the flags flying high, let us remember that the greatest battle for freedom is the one happening right now in your own consciousness. So happy Independence Day to our country, to each other, and to every being that is breathing into the next moment. May every day become your spiritual declaration of freedom. And so it is. Do you say yes to that? Yes. All right. Amen.
At this time, we would like to invite our ushers forward to prepare for our love offering, and Maureen Parker to prepare for her next song. This is the time in our service where we have the opportunity to share our financial blessings with this community in demonstration of the prosperity law of giving and receiving. You can give several ways. Visit our website and click the donate button for secure giving options. We invite you to consider setting up automatic monthly or weekly gifts to Unity of South Sound. Ask our staff if you'd like assistance. For in-person giving, place your gift in the offering plate as it passes. To ensure cash gifts are credited on your year-end donation receipt, please use the offering envelope in the back of the pew and include your name. For recurring donors, we have the green blessing cards in the holder in front of your seat, and you can place that in the plate as a tangible representation of your gift. Whichever way you offer your financial blessings, we hold these gifts in this moment in our hands and in our hearts and affirm together, divine love through me blesses and multiplies all that I am, all that I have, all that I give, and all that I receive. I am in perfect balance and flow with the universal tides of giving and receiving, and we are truly blessed. Amen.
From a distance, the world looks blue and green, and the snow-capped mountains white. From a distance, the ocean meets the stream, and the eagle takes to flight. From a distance, there is harmony, and it echoes through the land. It's the voice of hope, it's the voice of peace, it's the voice of every man. From a distance, we all have enough, and no one is in need. And there are no guns, no bombs, and no disease, no hungry mouths to feed. From a distance, we are
a distance. I just cannot comprehend what all this fighting's for. From a distance, there is harmony, and it echoes through the land. And it's the hope of hope, it's the love of love, it's the heart of every man. It's the hope of hope, it's the love of love. This is the song for every man. And God is watching us. God is watching us. God is watching us from a distance. Oh, God is watching us. God is watching us. God is watching us from a distance.
Thank you. Well, our youth leaders are on vacation, and many of our youth might be sleeping in after staying up late watching fireworks, and some of my friends are here in the sanctuary this morning. So we're going to bless our youth leaders and children wherever they are. We love you, we bless you, we appreciate you, and we behold the divinity you are. Well, today is Birthday Sunday. If you have a birthday in July, please stand. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, you are wonderful. Happy birthday to you. God is blessing you now. God is blessing you now. God is blessing you. You are wonderful. God is blessing you Now let's all stand as you're able and turn to face the center aisle so we can honor and sing to each other in community. Holding your hands high, we affirm our prayer for protection, leading into singing our peace song, sending peace out to the entire world.
Together, the light of God surrounds us.
I am the light.
The love of God enfolds us. I am the love. The power of God protects us. I am that power. The presence of God watches over us. I am that presence. Wherever I am, God is. Wherever God is, I am. And we let there be peace on earth, and let it begin with me. Let there be peace on earth, the peace that was meant to be. Happy Independence Day to you. Claim it now.